Welcome everyone. This is VCT Pacific Stage. For today's round, we have Alex and Mindfreak on set. Let's begin by hearing from both on their thoughts of the game.
There's thoughts on the game. Can you answer this first? Yeah. Every time we play DRX, there's a lot of like prep work that we have to do. I think they haven't lost this season, so they came in high in confidence, and we really wanted to win this game because it sets the tone for the rest of the season for us. It was, I think, more difficult than it looked on Bind. It was a bit tense, and they play very well on Ascent. I know that comp is impossible to go into any bomb site, so we have to figure it out. Lotus, I think we surprised them because they haven't seen the one whole half of our defense, so I think we got away with that quite easily. I mean, it's a hard match because they came back on the second map, and I didn't expect that they're gonna come back on second map, so they put a good fight. On third map, I think the game is just like go to our way, and we always won against DRX in Bind.
I think for the last 2 years we've been doing well against them on Bind.
So we have like super high confidence going to that map, and I think Ilya is calling really well, and he hit some like nasty, insane operator shot in Bind, so it really helped us. So yeah.
All right. This question is for Mindfreak. What's your opinion on this DRX team? Do you think the new roster is tougher comparing to the last year?
Last year roster was Zest and RB. I think it's different game style, play style, I would say, because last year maybe they're more like tactical and everything, but I think last year 2 years ago they were tactical and everything and like discipline and whatsoever, and then last year they're trying to be like playing in mid round more, so they put more aggressive and whatever stuff, and maybe it's not really working on that lineup. I think in my opinion that's why they put more firepower, adding Bane and Foxy9, so they can play more like contacty or like more aggressive. So yeah, I can't say much, but it's definitely a different play style.
Okay. This question is for Coach. T1 is on a good win streak.
Yep.
Do you think their momentum makes them tougher to beat?
For sure. I think momentum makes any team tough to beat, but thankfully we are also on a good win streak as well. So it's going to be a very tight game, I think, because everybody wants the 3 points.
One more question for Coach. A very clean and dominating display on Lotus. 14 first kills out of 19 rounds. Are you happy with your team's display? Anything you would like to further improve from today's game?
I mean, for sure, I think if they play that well on Lotus, it's very clean. I mean, I think Lotus, we just need to add more things. We need to understand like the things that people can do to us. We don't have enough like data on it yet, but hopefully like with more scrims and more matches, we'll get good at it. But aside from that, I think we would like to address our second map woes right now. It seems that we start very slow on the second map. No, not really start very slow, but like we can play better, on our second maps, and maybe we can try and close matches out 2-0 in the future.
This is for Mindfreak. Which team would you say will get the last spot to get Master Shanghai, Genji, or DRX?
Actually don't know though. Actually not, because right now Genji is having a struggle after Madrid. Probably like they're trying to become more perfect as a team, and maybe some of the parts doesn't work. And DRX is now having their like,
I mean, they beat Genji in the regular
yeah, they
season.
beat Genji, so it's hard to say. Probably like 55 and 45 towards DRX, I would say. So yeah.
This is for Coach. Walk us through your map video today. Are you surprised with DRX map pick and map ban?
Yeah. I think they banned Ascent against Bleed, so we knew that they had 7-map pool. They banned Sunset, which we didn't expect. We thought they were gonna ban Lotus. So we insta picked Lotus because of that. And for their pick, I honestly thought they were gonna pick Bind and or maybe some other map like Split because they used to be their comfort map. I mean, definitely surprised. And I mean, I thought they were gonna have a new comp because it looked like Foxy9 was a bit uncomfortable on Killjoy on Ascent, and his Cypher has been looking way more impressive. Like way more impressive. So I thought they were gonna play Cypher, and Marco being on Viper really surprised us. Then when we knew it was a DFN comp, we knew that the defense side is gonna be like super tight, and it was a very difficult game for us. So very surprised on Ascent.
This question is for my freak. What do you think of X-Crate being the new IGL for T1? Do you think this is a very different team from the one you faced in week 1?
Probably like a bit different. In my opinion, I think Kevin IGLing is probably like more detailed. So I think he's pretty good at micromanaging his teammates. Meanwhile, maybe they really need that kind of IGL. I'm not sure because I'm a outsider, right? So I don't really know like what's happening in their team. So, but the result says it all. Yeah. So I would say I don't know. Yeah. Probably better. I'm not sure.
Okay, for coach, what do you think it went wrong with your attack on Ascent, especially with something and Jing? Apparently, the team seemed to struggle to try to crack into the site.
I mean, I don't think it's their fault, and that comp is like super toxic to go in. Like there's like 3 mollies that can stop you, cipher trips that can stop you. You have to run through cipher cages. You have to look for a camera that's impossible to break sometimes. You also have to dodge a Omen flash that's coming out. So there's like every agent has one piece of utility that can really give you trouble. You know, um, and even just having KO in the lineup it just made it impossible to go in. I think we needed to be more. We needed to not group up so much because everyone was just stopped by one Molotov, and then we try again and we stop by the next flash and then try again and we stop by another Molotov. Like it was really impossible to enter the site. And if we try to go A, like we send something to die because it just dashes in. And yeah, I mean the good thing is we have time to relook it, see if we have to rematch DRX, I think we will definitely show a different approach to the game.
Uh, Back to my freak. Can you share your thoughts with DRX new composition on Ascent? Did that affect your game momentum?
Uh, I would say I'm more surprised because we cannot enter the S side because I thought, or like we thought we can abuse this B or A, but I think they played perfectly with their utility and crossfire. So I mean, I don't think it's like stopping the momentum. It's just like kind of unexpected the way they played. So yeah.
One more question for my freak. How would you rate your team's performance today?
Huh?
9, 6.
Nah, I would say maybe if we want Ascent, I would say like probably like 8.5 or 9, but since it's third map, so 7.5 I would say.
For Coach Alex, a steady display on Bind earns your team the ticket to Shanghai. Do you feel DRX was playing a bit reckless that it gave your team the advantage to close the game?
Actually, I don't think they played recklessly. They stuck to the game plan. I think they played as expected, because we watched the buy and vote before, and they did the same strats that we've seen. Um, I think the strats are well thought through. It's just that they've shown it twice. So if they didn't come up with anything new, then we would be able to predict like what's going on with a good guess. I also think we are slightly more comfortable on buying. I know last year they changed their permaban to buying halfway through the season, and they tried to practice Lotus because they were losing some rounds on buying. This is between Tokyo and Champions. Um, and then after they brought buying out to beat Fnatic 13-1 or something on 13-4, 13-1, something like that on their map. So I know that maybe sometimes they're struggling with it, and I think we just have more experience on the map this time, especially because our players are more experienced as well. So I don't think reckless is the right word, but I think they just didn't have a deep enough playbook.
Last but not least, question for Alex. How are you going to prepare for your game against T1?
I mean, we have no time. I think, unfortunately, it's the same problem. I mean, the good thing is that the game doesn't matter as much as this one, because this one is a ticket to Shanghai, and the other one is, you know, like lower bracket finals. We're playing for 3 points now and seeding, so I think pressure is a little bit off, you know, and now we're also for pride, you know, like we haven't lost T1 before, and we hopefully that doesn't change. I'm going to go back, sleep, wake up early in the morning, and watch as many games as I can with my help, with help basically. Yep.
That's everything for pre-submitted questions. We'll now open up the floor for live questions. If you have questions, please use the raise hand function. Alright. I guess there is no question from the media. Thank you
Nice.
guys for
Thank you.
joining.
Thank you.
We'll see you